Is it happening? I'm trying to do this on my laptop now. And it's not. Oh, here we go. Okay. Now we're going. Now, can I find the. As we let people come in, I'm trying to find the setting so I can do the flip so my books aren't backwards anymore. But it doesn't look. I can't find it. So we are going to ignore that for now because it is already 10:31 and we do want to get started. So we'll just have to keep playing around with that for the future. But first things first, I got to get River in the shot. Ah, hey, all right. Awesome. Well, welcome everybody. Oh, I need to small screen this because I got to also look at some other things. Can I move over? There we go. Welcome everyone. Thanks for being here. It is Wednesday. We are at week 14 of story time. Wi-Fi is being slow today. Bear with me. Week 14 of story time. It's crazy. Who knew what this was going to turn into? I had no clue, but I've been having lots of fun, and I hope you've been having lots of fun because I definitely have. I know River has. If you haven't been with us, my name is Madi. I use they, them pronouns, and this is my buddy River. They also use they, them pronouns, and we've been working together over the past 14 weeks to bring you some weekly entertainment, some smiles, some laughs, some movement, some reading, some resources, anything. And you might be wondering why I'm wearing a swimsuit and goggles and a fun little shirt, a beach shirt, because it's national. Is it national or international? It's Swim a Lap Day. That's what I know. And I know the pools might not be open. I know in Decorah, I'm pretty sure the Decorah community pool isn't open. And we might not have our own pools. I definitely don't have my own pool. Basically, the closest thing I have is my bathtub. So, but we're still going to celebrate. We're going to find ways to celebrate. We're going to talk about it. Maybe River's going to give us an idea of something we can do at the very end of story time, of how we can celebrate and just do things with water, because water is awesome. And speaking of, I have my water bottle today, so stay hydrated. Awesome. Also, over the past few weeks, last week I shared some resources on in relation to Pride Month and resources with parents who have an LGBT child or who think they might have an LGBT child, or just ways we can be parents that support LGBT children if and when they come out. So make sure you check last week's video on either our Facebook page here or on our YouTube page or at helpingservices.org. We have them all listed there, and the links for all the resources are under the videos as well. And 2 weeks ago, I also shared resources, or kind of, and keeping the conversation going on having the conversation with your children about race and racism, because it's super, super important. We can't stop talking about it. I just want to keep the conversations going. There's another video I'm going to share at the end of this story time just for y'all to see, and its relation to family. Some of y'all might have already seen it, but we'll talk about it, or I'll post it in the comments below, and then it'll also be available on the website. Excuse me. On the website later when you watch the video. So, if you haven't been with us, we kind of like to go through our schedule, know what's going on. It could change, but this is usually how it goes. First, we get all the wiggles out. We got to get all the little wiggles out. I know if you just woke up, you're really energized. We just got to get all the wiggles out before we read our first story, take a few deep breaths, and get all calm and centered so we can listen, be ready to listen to our story. So we'll get the wiggles out. We'll read our first story. Then we usually sing a song. And then we'll read our second story. And then after that, usually that's when I kind of share some resources, do some other announcements. And then at the very end, River every week gives us some special messages. Sometimes it's an affirmation or something to live by. And then they also give us an activity idea, and sometimes it's related to the theme of the day. So, with that, River, I think I'm ready to get the wiggles out. I feel like I'm forgetting something, but let's just go with it. Okay, awesome. All right, so we always start from the head to the toes. You can start from the toes up to the head if you want. Actually, let's do that today. We're going to switch it up. It's been the 14th week. We don't want to do the same thing every time. If you feel more comfortable starting with your head, go ahead. If you feel comfortable starting with another body part, go ahead. Just make sure that if you're around other people, you aren't going to hit anyone, and you can stay seated like me, or you can stand up, or you can lay down on the ground, whatever you have space for, whatever is safe and feels good for you. Awesome. So I'm going to start from my toes. I'm not wearing socks today. Just a warning. All right, wiggle the toes. Well, it is swim lap day. I wouldn't wear socks if I was swimming. Wiggle the feet. Wiggle the legs. This is actually better to start with this first. Wiggle the hips. Wiggle the torso. Wiggle the arms. Wiggle the hands. Wiggle the fingers. And the shoulders. You can go as fast or slow as you want. Wiggle the neck slowly. Don't hurt yourself. Or if you can do it fast, good for you. I can't do it fast. Wiggle the head. Try to draw something with your nose. I tried to draw a heart. Wiggle your mouth. Wiggle your nose. Wiggle your eyebrows. Wiggle your eyes. Wiggle everything all at once. As fast as you can. Get all the wiggles out. Everything, 5 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and stop. Woo! I'm a little dizzy. Okay. Awesome. Thanks for getting the wiggles out with me. If you didn't get the wiggles out with me and you just watched and laughed, that's awesome too. So, I need water. But I will say, starting with the feet, because y'all, if you've been with us, y'all know once I get to my legs, I'm already really tired. So maybe in the next couple times I'll start with the legs for my own sake. All right, so after that, maybe you're a little out of breath, maybe you're not, but we're gonna just take some deep breaths together to get ready for our story. So I want you to take a breath in through your nose and then out through your mouth. Are you ready? My heart rate's still up. Okay, take an inhale through the nose. Fill that belly up, and exhale it all out. Maybe you have to wiggle a little bit. Let's do one more together, and this time when you inhale through your nose, you're going to reach to the sky and stretch your body out as much as you can, okay? Are you ready? All right. Inhale through the nose. Reach with your legs. I know you can't see my legs. Can you reach any higher? Can you breathe in any more? And exhale it all out and come into a little ball. Okay. All right. I'm ready. River, are you ready? Are you ready to read our first book of the day? Awesome. Let's do it. So both our books today are from Dollar General because we have a lot of books in the office from Dollar General. I am going to start featuring some new books that my supervisor got for me, but some of the Dollar General books are pretty good, and I want to give them a space too. So, and both of them are about animals today, which I feel like a lot of them are about animals. So this one's called Poodles on Parade, written by Nancy Parent. Oh, it's from Dollar General, but it actually has the author on it. It's written by Nancy Parent and illustrated by Lori Tyminski. Okay, I'm just going to check one more time to see if I can switch out sorry. I've been trying to work with my coworker to switch out, to change the settings so we can make the books not backwards. So y'all will have to let me know if it's backwards or not, or maybe it did it automatically. I'm not sure. I need to pull this forward because so you can see it a little better. Poodles on Parade, written by Nancy Parent, illustrated by Lori Tominski and Brent Ford. Poodles. Oh, I gotta like adjust this to the camera. This is different doing it on the laptop. All right. Here come the Poodles on Parade, balancing cups of lemonade. Ooh, yum. Do you see them? Let me turn this brightness down. There we go. And then what's this? There's a little pop-up. What's that? Look! A nice cup of lemonade. They march and strut. Give them a hand. Now watch. Here comes the Poodle Band. Poodle Band. What song do you think they're playing? Okay, not that song. Sorry, parents. Oh, I forgot. There's a little pop-up in here, too. You see the person playing? What instrument is that? It kind of looks like a clarinet, but it's green. They got music in their head because they memorized it. They sit upon a giant boat. Oh, what a gorgeous poodle float. Look at the poodle float. Oh my gosh. Wow. And what's in here? Oh, somebody's driving it. Somebody's got to drive the float. It can't just go on its own. Somebody's got to steer it. They carry poodle-shaped balloons while singing silly poodle tunes. Look at these poodle balloons. Aren't they funny? Look at that one. Sorry, I can't point to this. I think this did flip it automatically because I have to readjust how I'm pointing to things. And inside this poodle balloon is a, what is that? A bird! And what do birds say? Tweet, tweet, tweet. They twirl batons and do a dance. Now watch those pretty poodles prance. Prance. Prance is like dancing, right? And this says, Poodles from Spain. The end. All right. Thanks for that book, River. It was really good. Okay. So, like I said, after we read our first book, we usually sing a song. And the song for today is If You're Happy and You Know It. If you're, oh my goodness, words. If you're happy and you know it. Okay. So, there's lots of different Sorry, y'all. We're still waking up. There's lots of different ways to express when you're happy. And I feel like this song gives you a few options if you're able to do that in the place you're in. Sometimes when I'm happy, I smile. I laugh. Not like that, but you've heard my laugh. I laugh, and sometimes I clap my hands. Sometimes I nod my head. Sometimes I stomp my feet. I know you can't see it, but you can see my knees. And sometimes I do all three. And so that's what we're going to do in the song. Because I'm sure you've heard it before. If you're happy and you know it, you clap your hands, you stomp your feet, and you nod your head. This is just one version I found. And then at the end, we'll do all three together. So we'll see if we can multitask and do all three. We can see if we can multitask, which means doing all three at once. I think we can do it. And maybe at the end, if we're feeling good, we'll try like a fast version. We'll have to see, okay? Okay, awesome. Are you ready? We'll start with clap your hands. Ready? 1, 2, 3. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it and you really want to show it, if you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. Now it's time to stomp your feet. Are you ready? If you're stomping your feet, don't hurt your floor, don't hurt your feet, and don't wake anybody up if somebody's sleeping. Okay, ready? If you're happy and you know it, stomp your feet. If you're happy and you know it, stomp your feet. If you're happy and you know it and you really want to show it, if you're happy and you know it, stomp your feet. Next is nod your head. Ready? If you're happy and you know it, nod your head. If you're happy and you know it, nod your head. If you're happy and you know it and you really want to show it, if you're happy and you know it, nod your head. Now it's time for all three. Can we do this? River, I think we can do this. I think everybody watching can do this. We can do it. We can do it. We can try to do it at least. And that's awesome. All right. Are we ready? All right. If you're happy and you know it, do all three. If you're happy and you know it, do all three. If you're happy and you know it and you really want to show it, if you're happy and you know it, do all three. Woo! Okay. Wow. That was really difficult. I was trying for y'all to see my knees a little bit because I'm trying to stay in the frame but also keep River in the frame, and it's difficult. But thanks for joining me in that song. I'm so happy that you're here with me, and it was awesome to take some time to move our bodies a little bit through song. So now I keep getting a froggy in my throat. River, what's happening? Okay, now it's time for our second book. So I don't know how many of y'all watch Elmo, but we have this character here. I can't remember their name, but maybe we'll find out. Because this book's called At the Zoo by Sesame Beginnings. Try not to get the light. Okay. There are so many animals to see at the zoo. Come along so Elmo and friends can show them to you. See, Elmo and friends, oh, they're little babies. Oh, that's so cute. Elmo likes the elephant, whose trunk swings left and right. With floppy ears and big feet, she is quite a sight. Do you see the elephant? Oh, she's so cute. All right, these board books are difficult for me. With black and white stripes, the zebra is easy to spot. He likes to eat grass and gallop and trot. Look at the zebra! Yeah, I think this setting does automatically flip the book. That's nice. The giraffe is Big Bird's favorite animal of them all. He has the longest neck, which is why he's so tall. I bet Big Bird and giraffes get along because Big Bird ends up being pretty tall too, right? Big Bird's not tall here because he's a baby, but he gets really tall, remember? Now that we've shown the animals to you, what is your favorite animal at the zoo? Which one's your favorite? I gotta find out which one's mine. I think I like the monkey. Which one do you like? River, which one do you like? Oh, the zebra. River likes stripes, so they like the zebra. The end. Awesome. Thank you for that other book, River. That was great. So, like I said, oh my gosh, this time goes by so fast. So now that we've read our second book, I have some announcements for y'all. Some resources to share, so we can talk through those a little bit. Obviously, I'm going to share them in the comments, and then we'll have some special messages from River. So to keep the conversation going, with talking with your kids about race and racism, and continuing this fight for racial equality, it's not over. You might not see it on social media as much, but that doesn't mean people aren't still fighting. It doesn't mean you shouldn't shouldn't keep fighting. We all need to continue. We all need to keep fighting for justice. So I watched a video last night that actually, or yesterday, that came out on June 17th, which was last week's story time. And I don't know if you've heard of this series called Uncomfortable Conversations with a Black Man. And episode 3, which I'm going to share in the comments, actually brings in a white family and their children. And so I thought it was really important to share here for really any family, but yeah, just a really good episode to watch. It's only like 10 minutes. It's something that maybe parents can watch, or maybe you can watch it with your kids and just have a conversation about it. I think it really helps address some of the honest questions that kids are always challenging us with and asking us, and maybe ways that we can go about answering them as best as possible. Again, like I said before, there's resources from videos last week or 2 weeks ago on the Helping Services page and the YouTube page with resources on how to talk about race and racism with your children. So make sure you check those out too if you missed those. Also, since it's National Swimming Day, I just wanted to send out some reminders, share an article about safety swimming. I know your community pools might not be open, but I just wanted to share some general information of being safe in the water. It's really important for your kids to know how to swim, to always have somebody to swim with, and just make sure that you're keeping track of how deep they're going in the pool, if it's something like that. If you're in one of those kiddie pools, yeah, it's just really important to make sure you're supervising your children while they're in water. Even though there's many people that know how to swim that still are at risk of drowning. So that's something important to be mindful of. I'll make sure to share this article. There's so much more information on there, so just make sure to check that out if you're going to be taking your kids swimming either now or later in the summer. But some important things to remember if you're going swimming or outside in general is to wear your sunscreen. So put your sunscreen on. We don't want to get sunburned because it really, really hurts, and it makes your skin, some of us, it makes our skin really red, and it hurts to touch because we burned our skin. So make sure you put your sunscreen on everyone. It doesn't matter if you're really pale or have really dark skin. It's really important to protect your skin with sunscreen. And also, if you're going in oceans, I know this sunscreen isn't reef safe specifically, but if you're going to go in oceans anytime or throughout the summer, make sure your sunscreen is reef safe. So we're also protecting our ocean environment. And another thing that is important when we're going out, I know our community pools might not be open very soon, but in general, when we're going out in public, it's still very important to wear masks. I know a lot of places are opening up again. We're doing our best at Helping Services to keep each other safe in the office and wear masks when we interact with each other. And it's very important. So for parents, it's recommended kids 2 and under aren't required to wear a mask because they might just like fuss with it and touch their face even more. So that's not super necessary, but just talking to your older kids, 3 and up, about wearing masks, maybe get them a fun one. This is my favorite one for my coworker Shelby. It has unicorns on it. I really, really like it. So just talking with your kids about that, and maybe decorating masks together to make it more fun if they're kind of scared to wear a mask, or wearing them around the house to get used to it a little bit more. Putting them on your kids' stuffed animals is really important too. See, even River can wear it. Even River can wear a mask. It's a little big for them, but yeah. And so I'm also going to share a link from healthychildren.org, which is kind of run by the American Academy of Pediatrics, with some information on masks and children and just face coverings in general, because it's still very important to wear them if we're going to get within 6 feet of people or just be around people in general. It's really important to wear them so we can keep protecting ourselves and others and just stopping the spread. So with that, I think that was all the resources I was kind of going to run through generally. Obviously, like I said, I'm going to share them in the comments of the live video, and then they will also be shared on helpingservices.org video page and the YouTube page once they're uploaded. So, and then I'm also trying a new format of doing Facebook Live today. So if for some reason you don't see them in the comments, just make sure that you check out our website. With that, it's time for River's special messages. Here we go. So if you haven't been with us, we have this lovely little box that has River's special messages. They drew all of this, themselves. And maybe they'll have some messages to make us feel good, to make us feel happy, and maybe some things related to Swim a Lap Day. I don't know. All right. Give me a drum roll, please, for the special message of the week. Sorry, y'all. I cannot talk today, and it's already almost the end. What does it say? You are important. And that's true. You are very important, even though it may not feel like it sometimes, or if someone's being mean to you and telling you aren't important. That's not true. You are important. I'm important. River's important. We're all important. And we contribute so much to people's lives every day. So please don't forget that. You are important. Thank you, River. That's so sweet. You make me feel so important. Oh, River. All right. So as always, I pull out this special purple slip of paper. As you can tell, River and I's favorite color is purple. So there you go. We pull out the special slip of paper to find out the activity idea of the week. And it might be related to Swim a Lap Day, but we will see. We will see. Give me another drum roll. Yep. All right. So River might have not been fully aware. River hasn't been out so much. So sometimes they aren't aware that maybe the pools aren't open because their activity of the week was Swim a Lap. But let's think about that. Maybe there's other ways we can do that. Like I said, the closest thing I have to a swimming pool is my bathtub. So maybe I could pretend to swim a lap in my bathtub. Or if I'm moving and dancing around the house, maybe I can do some swimming moves, swim some laps, pretend to do freestyle, breaststroke, butterfly. Where are my swimmers at? All the strokes. Or just do something fun with water. Maybe if you have one of those blow-up kiddie pools that you can put in the yard and fill up a little bit with water to cool off. Or drink some water, blow bubbles. I don't know. There's lots of other things. But like I said, make sure you're wearing that sunscreen. Make sure you're wearing that mask if you're going out into groups of people. And if your pools are open, just to your own comfort level as far as exposing yourself to other people. So yeah, thank you so much for joining us this week. We were so happy to be with you and happy to have you joining us. And we do have a story time scheduled for next month. We got some things in the works to add some exciting potential things, but I can't tell you yet because we're going to figure that all out and I want to make sure it's actually happening. So keep following us. If you missed any past videos, like I said, go to helpingservices.org. We have all our videos on there. And we have other videos from our other programs. Mentoring program has been making videos. Yeah. And yeah, awesome. Thanks for joining me. Have a good day, everybody. Bye. I'm still waiting.